Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we will be talking about 3D printing. It is a very famous technology that has been used in not just one field but many different fields. Let's get into it. 3D printing is basically a process in which an object is manufactured in 3 dimensions. Now there's another name for 3D printing known as the additive manufacturing. Now, this can be done in various processes in which a material of your choice is deposited and solidified or joined under computer control. And all of this is typically done layer by layer. Now, as of 2022, the most common 3D printing process in use was the FDM, known as the Fused Deposition Modeling. Now, this uses a continuous filament of thermoplastic material for 3D printing. Let's look into the general principle of 3D printing, shall we? Now, the package that is used for 3D printable models is known as the CAD package or the Computer Aided Design package. In this, there's a 3D scanner or a plain digital camera along with photogrammetry software. Now, CAD models can be saved in the CAD file format such as STL and AMF. STL standing for stereolithography file format and AMF additive manufacturing file format. After this step, using different softwares, errors are figured out, meaning before printing, the saved files are checked for errors or mismatches with respect to the original piece or the sample. Now, after which the file is processed using a software in such a way that it converts the model into thin layers. Now, after this, there's a code that is generated known as the G code. Basically has an instruction that is tailored to a specific type of 3D printer. Now, once all of this is done, finally, the model is printed using 3D printers. Now, depending on the application of your object that has been manufactured, you can decide whether a finishing touch needs to be given or not. Finishing basically allows for different features such as dimensional accuracy, smoother surface, and also coloration. Now, different materials used for 3D printing. Materials such as polymers, metals, and ceramics are used. Some examples of the same would be plastic filaments, plastic powder, and also hot melt plastic ink. So these are the common materials that has been used for 3D printing. Let's look into the application of 3D printing. Now, 3D printing has been used in various different fields, be it manufacturing, transportation, food, healthcare, socio-economic sectors, and many more. Now, let's look at one of the examples from healthcare industry. The use of 3D printing for the production of orthopedic implants has been increasing due to its ability to produce the objects with porous surfaces. And this basically facilitates in osseointegration. Second advantage is having personalized medications for patient-specific needs. So this is an example of 3D printing in pharma. Not only this, a lot of biotechnology firms in academia have been using 3D printing for different purposes. One of the purpose would be use of 3D printing in tissue engineering. In this, basically an organ or a body part is being manufactured. So this means that the material that has been used is a living cell. So these cells are deposited on a gel matrix or a sugar matrix, and then layer by layer these cells are allowed to get deposited, which basically towards the end gives you a 3D model of the object or the organ that we are producing. So this is an example of 3D printing in pharma, medicine, and healthcare industry along with biotechnology firms in academia. 3D printing technology has also been used in replicating archaeological artifacts. One of the examples, 3D printed sculpture of Egyptian pharaoh. 3D printing has also been used in historical buildings, replicating historical buildings. One of the best examples is world's first 3D printed metal bridge, which is in Amsterdam, named Stoofberg. Along with this, our very own city Bangalore has its first 3D printed post office in action, which was built in 43 days. These are just numbered examples of 3D printing in various different fields. There are many more that can be added to the list. 3D printing, looking at all of the applications, we do get an idea that it is very versatile. Because of this, it has given a promising effect in every field possible. Hence, 3D printing is growing, and it is one of the fastest and fascinating technology that we have come across. This is all from my side today. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching.